In the vast and disciplined machine of the Roman Empire, the legionary stood at the very heart. Soldier, builder, conqueror, citizen. For over 5 centuries, he carried the might of Rome on his back, forging roads, guarding borders, and carving order into the chaos of the ancient world. A Roman legionary was not a warrior by chance. He swore the sacramentum, an unbreakable oath to serve the state, obey orders, and never abandon the standard. In return, he received steady pay, shelter, food, and the promise of land or a pension after 25 years of service. Many were Roman citizens by birth, but others came from the provinces, men drawn by duty, desperation, or the hope of earning citizenship. His life began in a fortress called a castra, a meticulously planned camp laid out like a Roman city. Surrounded by earthworks and wooden palisades, the camp included barracks, a command center, granaries, workshops, a hospital, and latrines. Everything had its place. Legionaries trained, ate, and slept 8 to a tent or room, forging a tight bond of comradeship. Their daily schedule was strict, marked by trumpet calls and constant drilling. Training was relentless. Even during peacetime, soldiers practiced the art of war, marching up to 30 kilometers a day in full gear, sparring with wooden weapons heavier than the real thing, throwing javelins and building fortifications. Discipline was absolute. Punishments were severe. Cowardice or desertion could mean flogging, loss of pay, or death. But it was through this harsh system that Rome crafted one of history's most professional armies. Each legionary carried more than just arms. His pack, sometimes weighing over 30 kilograms, included rations, a cloak, cooking gear, entrenching tools, and personal items. They were known as muli Mariani, Marius's mules, after the general who first reformed the army into a self-sufficient force. When on campaign, they built a fortified camp at the end of every day's march, complete with ditches and palisades. Rome's military might didn't just move, it reshaped the land. In battle, the legion fought as a disciplined wall. Each soldier bore a scutum, a curved rectangular shield, and a gladius, a short stabbing sword ideal for close combat. Before charging, they hurled their pilum, a heavy iron-tipped spear, designed to pierce enemy shields and bend on impact, rendering it unusable. Formations were tight. Orders were relayed by horn or voice. They advanced methodically, shield to shield, rotating front lines to keep fresh fighters in the fray. Victory came not from brute force, but relentless coordination. Armor varied over time, but by the early empire, most legionaries wore the larica segmentata, interlocking iron plates that offered both protection and flexibility. Their helmets, known as galli, featured cheek guards, neck protection, and reinforced brows. Feet were shod in hobnailed sandals, caligae, tough and suited to long marches. Everything was designed for function and endurance. But the legionary's life was not only war. Much of his time was spent in labor, constructing roads, aqueducts, forts, and siege engines. Roman soldiers helped build the empire as much as defend it. When off duty, they mended gear, wrote letters home on wax tablets, gambled, sang, or prayed at small shrines. Some rose through the ranks. Others served quietly, hoping to live long enough to retire with a land grant and Roman citizenship for their children. Many would never return. From the sands of Syria to the forests of Germania, thousands died in foreign lands, buried in distant soil. But those who endured became legends, testaments to Roman discipline, engineering, and endurance. The Roman legionary was more than a soldier. He was a cog in a vast imperial engine trained to fight, build, and die for the glory of Rome. Through his hands and boots, Rome expanded and endured, not just as a city, but as a civilization.